Hey everybody, welcome to Cabin Fever, episode 11, The Final Frontier. I hope everybody can hear everything all right. I hope everybody can see everything. I can see your comments, so go ahead and put them in the comments. Okay, great. I see someone's comment already. Good, you're out there. It's good to know. I have a few things to say, and then I'll play some music for you. Yeah, so this is the 11th episode of Cabin Fever, and the first one was in 2009, and it was originally to raise money for my record, Hundreds of Lions. This was like pre-Kickstarter, pre-GoFundMe. So I did these web concerts inspired by my friend Jules Sobule, and then it evolved over the years for different reasons to do them, and now, I'll say more about this, I guess, as it goes on, but I'm leaving the home that I've lived in, this home, for 20 years. I've rented this house for 20 years. And so I was like, well, of course, I have to do one last Cabin Fever. And frankly, like, I made a mistake in booking this. Like, I actually don't want to be in this house today. I moved out 11 days ago. And, technically I have it till the end of the month. So that was my plan, but it actually it just feels really bad to be here. This situation interpersonally with, I'm leaving because my landlord raised the rent by like an extreme amount of money, and it wasn't my choice to leave. I'm super grateful now that it's happening, and I'm, someplace safe and great, and Carl has a great home, and we're able to stay in the town that we've been in for 20 years, but none of this was on my timeline. In the last few days, it's just been really hard interpersonally. Like, I don't think anybody behaves great when a 20-year relationship is ending. Not a romantic relationship. I'm talking about my relationship with my landlord. So, yeah. So in the last couple of days, I've been like, I actually don't want to do this at all. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to. Yeah. So, but I also feel like I need to show up. I do like a collection. I am a completist in some ways. So I want to show up for what I said I would do. And I do want the weirdness, the realness, just frankly, the realness of completing this experience of living in this space and of being creative in this space. So that's why I'm doing this today. My plan is to go to each room, play a song, not necessarily a song that has to do with the room, but just a song that I want to play in that room. We'll see what happens as I travel through the house, and if there's things I think of that relate to my songs or my music in the house. I mean, everything in this house relates to my music and my songs, but we'll see what happens as I go room to room. And that's it. So there's five rooms. Yeah, 5 rooms. I'm going to play 5 songs, and then we're going to call it quits. And when I leave the house today, it's going to be leaving it for, the last time, I hope. I moved into this house in November of 2005. So it is really like almost 20 years to the day. And I made, I guess I should have looked up the stats, but I've written 4 musicals here. I have written 7 albums here, I think, if not more. I've done 10 episodes, now 11, of Cabin Fever. This was a creative space and creative home for me for many, many years. This room that we're in right now was my studio. So this was the room that I was doing all my demos in and doing all my recording in. This was also the guest room. This was the room where when people would come to stay, this is the room that they'd stay in. It's a really beautiful room. I think that's all the admin I have to do. But yeah, I'm going to try to play a song each year and just try to be in the space and have a little bit of agency in this last moment. In these last moments in this place, and to try to bring some gratitude to the space that has not felt good recently. Just the last bit of business, when like I said, Cabin Fever started as a fundraiser, and And then at different times, like I've sold tickets for it, or it's been free. Obviously, this one is free. There's 2 QR codes down there, one for PayPal and one for Venmo. And if you feel so moved, a tip in the Cabin Fever tip jar is always great. Even more, I encourage you to explore the Cabin Fever archive, erinmckeown.com/Cabin Fever. There have been 30-something guests over the years, 10 episodes besides this one, all kinds of hijinks and absurdity. There's a lot of fun stuff there, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm gonna start with that feeling right now. I'm really proud of the things that I made in this house. I'm really proud of the ridiculousness of the Cabin Fever live stream series. I always said it was like Wayne's World meets the Judy Garland show. It was my love of old time show business and a kind of cable access vibe. So there's a lot of fun stuff in that archive, and I encourage you to explore it. All right, with all of that said, let's make some music. This song is called Manifestra, and it just felt like the right one to start with today. Now humble, like the child of God she wants to be. A stumble over briar and branch falls off the tree. So recognize the obstacle, still I am stepping in it. Criticize for the child of God I want to be. Now precious, the momentary comment of sleep. A pregnant, the meanings and warnings especially. Question the answers and chancery of status quo. Acceptance, return to the message of what you know. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Said I am thankful for the prayers that are answered every day. I'm thankful of gratitude pressed in the holidays. So vacate the habits and stay close to what you love. A mandate and prorate the style of our Tanqueray. Said is a backbone. I learned to stand up for the audio, tactile in the process of knowing what you know. You dismantle the rot and the ruin of a straight line. A one chance to say something deep in the audio. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Sit down the orchestra, it tunes itself up from the dissonance. A manifestra, a violin's a sweep into consciousness. Harmony in the style and the guise of martinis. A continence in the verbiage and endings of paragraphs. But now trust is the anecdote to the pejorative. +1 + we accumulate the principal corrective. Jealous of the wealth of other girls. A call on a higher power to finish where the math is. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Yeah. Yeah. Spelling the proper sentence, a period. It's telling the transmutation of Ahab, and it's killing me slowly and surely as grass, not willing to change for the style of the period. Said it's the in, out, the daily reprieve of the exhale. I forgot about the water, I chased the whale. The myth that the prize is all there ought to be. A novel set or written in the style of the whiskey. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Said I'm humble, like the child of God I want to be. Stumble over briar and branch that falls off the tree. I recognize the obstacles, still I am stepping in it. Criticized for the child of God I want to be. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Sing every day. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Every day, give me the strength of 1,000 beams. Every day, carry me and lift me and hold me. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed, it was a percussion solo. It was my handy Hyperion Espresso, which is my hometown coffee place in Fredericksburg, Virginia. It was my Hyperion Espresso thermos knocking down. It's kind of like christening, actually. I christened the floor of the studio with some sweet tea. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next room, and we'll see how portable this is. It should actually be really portable. I just turn this around so you all can get the view of everything as we walk into this was the living room. It's full of construction right now because, of course, there's construction that's happening. You can hear the sound change now as we get in the living room. Just swing this around. Yeah, you can't really see much anymore, but this was my living room over many years. And this window, which is actually a brand new window, is not the window that was here for 20 years. Of course, it's a new window. The old window was just as big, but this is a new one. With this view behind me, this is where I wrote many songs sitting on my couch, looking out this window. And I did actually write this one, sitting on my couch. This was a song that I did write sitting on my couch, and I wrote it like a year and a half ago, and I thought it was done, but then I don't know. I wanted to mark this time in my life, and this seemed like the right song to do it in. So I actually wrote a whole new second verse, extended it, and added some different music to it. So it's a little moment left over in the song, an artifact, so that when I sing it going forward, I'll remember where I was in September 2005. I'm going to read you the new words right now, so you'll hear them when they come by. Before the revolution, I cowered before the king, bending to her every word, conceding everything. But now among the ruins, with nothing left to lose, I vow to burn her down with every tool that I can use. So that's the new verse I added on Thursday to this song. It's called Que Sera, Sera. This one's for the dogs following the scent, and also for the ships that came from me and went. Everyone's a pirate and everyone's a clown. Everyone's the same when you turn them upside down. Find me in the night in the alley where they, beneath a sign of bad blood, knock 3 times for luck. Close your eyes and give the word, the duck and count to 10. Only then the way is clear, be sure to say amen. Que sera, sera, serene. What if we'll bleed, we'll bleed, we'll bleed. Que sera, sera, serene. You take what you need. king, bending to her every word, conceding everything. But now, among the ruins, with nothing left to lose, I vow to burn her down with a tool that I can use. 'Cause everyone's a dealer and everyone's a thief, star of their own novel and a priest of their belief. Never trust a soul, never trust a man, never trust a God, never trust a plan. Que sera, sera, suri. Whatever we'll bleed, we'll bleed, we'll bleed. Que sera, sera, suri. You take what you need. Que sera, sera, suri. Whatever we'll bleed, we'll bleed, we'll bleed. Que sera, sera, suri. You take what you need. So this one's for the dogs following the scent, and also for the ships that came from me and went. Everyone's a pirate, everyone's a clown, everyone's the same when you turn them upside, turn them upside, turn them upside down. Oh boy, I have to tell you, it felt great to sing that song in this room, and it feels great to hear my voice echo and fill these spaces. I think that's the thing that's the weirdest, the most about the house being empty. I'm sure that y'all have moved, know this too, is that you walk in and all of a sudden there's different like echoes and different bounces around and environments sonically with all your stuff gone. So I'm so, of course, familiar with the way these rooms sound to me for 20 years with all my stuff in them. So it's kind of nice to just hear them. I don't know what the computer is picking up or not, but it's felt really good to fill them here. There's a question in the comments of, is there a plan to release that song? Yes, there's a version of it that was on Facts of Life, maybe last year, but obviously doesn't have the new verse about September 2025. Boy, it's super hot. Let's go outside. Yeah, this is, we're going to go to the porch now. One of the first episodes of Cabin Fever took place on the porch. And the third episode of Cabin Fever actually took place in the river, which we're going to get a view of in a second. Going out here, of course, under construction. So this was the river that I lived on for years. It was really pretty amazing to live so close to a river, but also have to say it was a little scary to be so close to a river. Sometimes this house did flood in 2011. This house flooded, and I had to evacuate it. The river came up and surrounded the house and filled the basement. And I lost like all my books from college and a bunch of merch. It didn't come up into the living part of the house, but it did flood. And obviously with climate change, it's been pretty scary to live here. The summer of 2023, here in the Northeast, we had a lot of rain, and I had to evacuate this house 3 times in 2 weeks. There were 3 storms in 2 weeks that required me to put everything I owned on the second floor. You have to choose what you care about. You have to choose what you're willing to lose. And I had to do that 3 times the summer of 2023. I have to tell you something. It's one of the reasons I'm grateful to have moved, is that that's not an issue anymore for me. So that's, there's many, many things that are great about making such a big change in life, even if it feels terrible in the moment. And I'm going to tell you that it feels both terrible and incredible to have culled my belongings, to have, gotten out of a situation I probably should have gotten out of a lot earlier, but didn't have the fortitude to do it on my own. So these are all things I'm super grateful for. This is the song I thought about playing out here. I mentioned that I wrote a bunch of musicals while I lived here, and one of them was called Miss You Like Hell, and it's about a mom and a daughter. The mom is undocumented, the daughter is a citizen, and they take a road trip across the country. And there's a lot of themes in the musical, but one of them is just how amazing it is to be outside and a sense of possibility where something inner, like writing or reading, becomes external through the beauty of the natural world. And in the musical, Beatriz, mom, and Olivia, daughter, are headed to Yellowstone National Park. So they're looking at the vistas of the American West. But I think some of that exhilaration, well, I certainly feel that exhilaration when I sing this song and think about how much I love being outside. And I guess, yeah, and when I think about how much I love the privilege of living next to this river, even though it was, volatile and sometimes dangerous. So, anyway, this is from Miss You Like Hell. It's called Now I'm Here. Monarch butterflies take the A train. Moby Dick swims the Great Plains. Kitty Hawk decides to bike it. The world is upside down and I like it. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. Now I'm here. Here I am. Here I am. Here we are, present tense, sky and stars. Wild West robbers cross Delaware, hitch the Gulf Stream waters with Rogers and Astaire, passing the Donner Party drive-through, cross the Rockies on the Chattanooga choo-choo. Rosa Parks rafts the Mississippi, herds of Dust Bowl tractors finally riding free. Transatlantic Cherokee trailing as Sitting Bull is gone again to Graceland. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. Now I'm here. Here I am. Here we are. Here I am. Here we are. Present tense, sky and stars. Miraculous, glittering asphalt rodeo. Two yellow lines stretched out in stereo. Curve of the earth holds our barrio. The mythical, the difficult, the derelict American road. Lewis and Clark joined the joke family air show. Frisco streetcars scramble to San Antonio. Feel the wind against my palm. Feel the future open up with my mom. I used to read to escape, to be anywhere but here. Now I'm here. I used to read to run away so I could disappear. Now I'm here. Here I am. Here we are. Here I am. Here we are. Here I am. Here we are. Monarch butterflies. Oh gosh, I really like that song. I wrote Missy Like Hell with Chiara Alegria Hudis, and so we wrote those lyrics together. And I just have such great memories of making that show, and like I said, of traveling in America. It's also making me think of yesterday I did a hiking concert here in Massachusetts. I work with an organization called Trustees, and we co-created this offering called Scenic Songs, where basically, like, we go on a hike. We hike, and then I pull out this guitar and completely acoustic. In whatever amazing environment we're in, I play a little concert, and then we hike back down together. And we've been doing it for 4 years now. And this year I actually took it to Virginia. An amazing listener in Virginia organized one. Anyone interested in doing that this year, next, I'll do one anywhere. They're really fun and really cool. But yesterday I was on a mountaintop in southeastern Massachusetts singing this song that I just played for you. And the first line of it is, monarch butterflies take the A train. That's also the last line. And this is going to sound really cheesy, but there were monarch butterflies flying around us, and dragonflies, and amazing birds overhead. But highly recommend, even if it's not me, other artists do them with trustees across the state of Massachusetts. And but yeah, call me up. Organize a hiking concert if you want. Would really love to experience nature and music that way. They're kind of my favorite concerts to do. And speaking of concerts, also, I'm about to go on tour with my great friends. Welcome to Night Vale. We're doing a bunch of Midwest and South dates. And then I'm working on a musical in Chicago. And then this in December, we're going to do the Anti-Holiday Spectacular out on the West Coast. So stay tuned for all that fun. Okay, I got a couple of rooms left to do. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty good. So far, so good. Nothing terrible has happened. I haven't been caught in my own house. For a few more hours. All right, we are going to head back into the house here. It's a little tight quarters. We move around here. We're going to go back in. And we're going to set up in the bathroom, which is not any comment on the song I want to play in here, because it's actually one of my very favorite songs that I've ever written. I am actually going to sit on the toilet, though. I mean, of course, it's shut. But yeah, so this is the bathroom. It's also under construction for the first time in 20 years. But I want to play this song in here because I'm super resistant to big podium politics with a capital P right now. I'm super resistant to I'm enjoying your comments, y'all. Thank you. I'm super resistant to like retweeting memes right now. I'm really hankering for like one-on-one conversation. I'm hankering for self-care. I'm hankering for context and history to help me understand what's happening. And for me, some of that means going back to songs that I've written in tough times or in complex political times. And this is a song that I wrote. There's a really fantastic Arthur Miller, the playwright, also wrote many short stories. Who knew? I did not know. There's a short story of his called The Performance that I read in the New Yorker, and you can find in their archive, but also in an archive of a collection of his short stories. But this short story is called The Performance, and it's about a nightclub dancer in Hungary who is mysteriously summoned to Berlin for a command performance. Midnight confessions, deputy Prussians colored my time in the Rhine, where a misplaced directive from a dirty connector, I got out just in time. Fleet of foot messengers tapped me in Bucharest, paid for a train to Berlin, where a nightclub at midnight was cleared out too quickly. I made my face in the wings. The palace ain't nothing compared to this I opened up with a rag and a one-step, finished the bit with a freeze. Then a touch of the shuffle, I closed with a soft shoe. I hit him with my best routine. The palace ain't nothing compared to this majesty. Here I am dancing with the president of Germany. The Orpheum, I never saw a bigger hit into a day. The National can't beat this stage. Ha, ha. Don't fade out, you're my only hope, and it's running out. Don't fade out, you're my only hope, and it's running out. The spotlight, it shone on heavy artillery. The silence was worse than the shot. I'm just a dancer, an innocent fiction, more like a dream than not. Applause cascading from one set of fingertips. You believe what you believe. You believe what you believe. You believe what you believe. Yeah. Midnight confessions, deputy Prussians. I got out just in time. Oh, thanks for your comments, y'all. It's one of my favorite of my songs too. And just feeling right at this time. This time, don't fade out. You're my only hope, and it's running out. So I promise not to fade out if you promise not to fade out. All right, we got one more room left. We are going to take a trip upstairs here. So I'm gonna turn this around so you get a little view here of what this place used to be like. We're gonna head out of the bathroom. I'm gonna head up these little stairs here. This is a room that I would never, ever have taken you in. But now it is not my bedroom anymore. So you are welcome in it. This is the room that was my bedroom for 20 years. I'm gonna get ourselves over here. It was just a really wonderful place to rest easy and feel safe and to have dreams, and sometimes those dreams turned into songs. So we're gonna play one more song. Just a reminder, investigate the archive. Leave a tip if you feel like it. Tell some friends about this. And, I don't know what crazy web series is next for me, but it feels right to end this one here. I am really glad I did this today. Thank you all so much for watching. And I think that's all. I can say is just thank you, and I want to thank this house. And this seems like the right song to finish with. longer. I beneath your shelter. All that you have given to me was never on my behalf. All this, all and more, I cede to you. I swear to you in fealty as I sail for warmer climes. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. So what's this camaraderie of country? It turns before me salty, rust on fragile parts. All this, all you have inspired, the crew and ship of empire, Reagan mast and spars, box of stripes and stars. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. You sailor on the lonely sea, will you turn and promise me you'll always be alive? Oh, I might stutter, I might falter, sail uncharted waters, drowning, lost, then found, drowning, lost, then found. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. You sailor on the lonely sea, will you turn and promise me you'll always be alive? Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. Love y'all. See you out in the real world.